Trying to keep my mouth shut and let this whole thing die down, but I keep getting this kind of like condescending comment, and it's so annoying to me because you don't actually want to have a conversation. You just want to be like, does this seem confusing for you? Seems so. Let's talk about this. What's confusing to me is the way that men are angry that women have taken the actions of some bad men and generalized it to the whole male population. So now you're taking the actions of some bad women and generalizing it to the whole female population. And like on both sides, male and female, it's stupid. I've said already that I think the sprinkle thing is dumb. Like, I don't understand responding to toxicity with more toxicity. All we're doing is just adding layers and layers to the game, and it's annoying. Why? We could all just decide to be better.
If you're a Drizzle Drizzle man, we aren't upset. Most of the women that you want to be upset, that you want to label as emotional over it, we're not upset. If anything, we're tired. As a collective, women are tired. And you can only speak to that experience if you are a woman actively dating men. I'm not going to get into all the things that men should be bringing to the table. That's besides the point. I think this whole discourse is pointing towards women being upset about the drizzle movement or wanting to combat it. A lot of things are happening, and not only in our society, but in the world. We're going through a huge economical shift. Will things ever be the way they were in 1950? Will a woman ever have to depend on a man 100% to sustain herself? No. We have a lot more autonomy. We have a lot of more options. We can do a lot of things on our own. We can do things as a collective. We can have relationships with men that are platonic and grow from there. What I'm meaning to say is, like I said, this is going to sound nasty. We do not need you. So I'll give you an example. I go on a date with a man, and this happens a lot more commonly than you would think. I go on a date with a man. The first date, he's projecting all of these feelings that he does not like women onto me. He's saying that he doesn't like women that wear makeup. He doesn't like women that think men should pay for everything. He doesn't like the fact that he has to work for anything, or he feels that he's entitled to something if he's going to give anything. The date's going on. We get the bill. He's refusing to pay. I have two options. I can sit there and I can argue with this man and try to prove a point and get my point across. Or I can pay my tab and leave. Never talk to him again. Never entertain the idea of running into someone like that again.
I've got air shit, and to be honest, I don't really give a fuck. My man already get that plus on. I already will pay for haircuts. I already will buy him gifts randomly. I do extravagant shit for his birthday. Yeah, I have no problem paying bills. I make my own fucking money. I pay for my own shit, my nails, my hair, etc., my clothes. He don't pay for none of that shit. I'll send him money, he'll send me money. Yeah, I feel like and it's just funny because people is really getting pressed over this. Like, nobody gives a fuck. And call me a pick me if you want. I'm happy, bitch.
Okay, let's clap it up. Round of applause for all and everybody who is just appalled by this drizzle drizzle. Okay, before y'all even think y'all know what I'm about to say, because you don't. I'm not appalled by it. Matter of fact, it doesn't even bother me. But what bothers me is the fact that y'all are in y'all bag over this. Like, y'all are so upset about this. And what I like to know is, when old girl was on that sprinkle movement, fulminating out the mouth, dogging our men out, talking all kind of trash about them, trying to put us on, give us tips, and teach us how to train and move as if they were pets, a part of our lifestyle. I had no words for that. Y'all were hooting, hollering, cheering it up, sharing with your friends, tagging this person, oh yeah, that's racist. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. But now that somebody else has started this drizzle drizzle movement, y'all got all the issues in the world. And all I like to know is, why?
It agitates me, like, I'm not even kidding. I hate, like, I'm not gonna text you first. I'm sorry. Like, if you're a guy, I'm not gonna be texting you in the morning, like, good morning. No. You need to text me good morning, good night, how was your day? And I'll respond to you. If you're waiting for me to message you in the morning, you don't text me because of that, or you don't text me first because you're like waiting for me to text you, we're just literally not gonna talk anymore because I'm not gonna text you first. I'm sorry. I like to be courted. I like to feel pursued. I am a woman. I'm old school. I'm traditional. I like to feel thinking of me, feeling. And then trust me, when you message me, I'm gonna be like, hey, how are you? I'm doing good too, blah, 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 blah. I had this guy and we were like texting whatever. This one day he just didn't text me in the morning, good morning, and we went like 2 days without texting because I don't care. And I was already at the point where like we're just never gonna talk again because I'm not texting him. And he's probably like, well, she didn't text me either. He goes, I haven't heard from you. I'm like, well, you haven't texted me. I know, but you never texted me either, so okay, we just won't talk ever again. He goes, you could text me. You didn't text me. Okay, well, you're not a delicate little flower that needs to be treated like a little princess. That is such a turnoff. Like, it's kind of like, well, I paid the tab yesterday. Aren't you going to pay the tab? Why should I have to pay the tab? No. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
This drizzle drizzle movement is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Against my better judgment, I went on Bumble. I connected with a guy. We were having great conversations. We talked a few times. We made a plan to go out and have lunch. The day of, I'm getting ready, he hits me up and he's like, so I'm in the mood for seafood. Do you like seafood? I'm like, yeah, I like seafood. He like, okay, well then we should go to this restaurant. I don't even remember the name of it because we ain't go. But anyways, we should go to this restaurant and I know you paying for the lunch. Drizzle drizzle. No, I know I'm hanging up in your fucking face. Clicky clicky. Because you got to be a drizzle drizzle fool if you think you gotta be a whole different level of sassy to use the word drizzle. I don't give a damn if it's misting outside. If rain is coming out the sky, you better not even say it's drizzling. Because I'm gonna walk away. Drizzle, drizzle. No, I'm not going. And that's for drizzle, for shizzle, my nizzle. Fucking fool.
Welcome to the femininity.
Hello and welcome back to the Femininity Tea, where we steep in all things feminine. Today, we're diving into the Drizzle Drizzle movement once again. Women are not happy about the movement, and we're going to discuss why. This trend, which has emerged from TikTok, is flipping traditional gender roles and expectations, and it's got a lot of women speaking out. The Drizzle Drizzle movement started as a parody of the Sprinkle Sprinkle trend. While Sprinkle Sprinkle was a term used by women to assert their standards and self-worth in dating, some women went too far by having unrealistic expectations, treating men more as commodities than reciprocal companions. Then, the Drizzle Drizzle movement came along, with men reversing these roles and humorously asserting their standards and self-worth. Though it's intended as satire, many women are still offended. The men jokingly expect women to financially support them, pay for dates, and buy them gifts, highlighting the absurdity of the reversed expectations. Let's discuss why the women aren't getting the joke. 1. Many women feel that the movement mocks their efforts to advocate for equality and self-respect in relationships. The caricature of women as entitled or overly demanding in Drizzle Drizzle videos is seen as disrespectful and reductive. Now, ladies, the Sprinkle Sprinkle lady is an entertainer, and she and her husband James are living happily ever after, receiving funds from her online platforms. Please learn to create true boundaries and standards based on real foundations, not just exciting sound bites from social media personalities. 2. The Drizzle Drizzle movement challenges traditional dating norms by expecting women to take on financial responsibilities. This role reversal contradicts long-standing societal norms and has sparked frustration among women who believe these new expectations undermine their fight for genuine equality in relationships. It seems that some women want to embrace modern independence when it suits them, yet still expect traditional treatment. If traditionalism is out the door and women are earning more than men, what do you think men's expectations will be? Why can you keep all your money while he is spending all of his? We're not suggesting anything, however, we are offering you to view from a man's perspective. You can't argue for equality if you don't want equal responsibility. 3. Double standards. There's a heated debate about fairness and reciprocity in modern dating. While women advocating for higher standards in dating is often seen as empowering, they encourage each other to expect more and more. Women are often advised not to settle for a guy who doesn't have his ducks in a row and the perfect outward appearance. Which one can understand? When men raise their standards in dating, it is sometimes perceived as misogynistic, petty, or vengeful. Women are encouraged to raise their expectations, but often lack equivalent standards themselves. The question arises, why aren't we willing to build and grow together? Why do you want an already packaged man? To have a well-seasoned man, you must invest in him, nurture him, and put in the effort. If you desire the reward without the work, it might be better to stay single. The Drizzle Drizzle movement has ignited broader discussions about gender roles and relationship dynamics. As men and women navigate these changing expectations, it's clear that both sides are seeking a balance that respects and values each partner equally. Whether you see the movement as a necessary pushback or a step too far, it's a conversation that needed to happen. So, what do you think? Is the Drizzle Drizzle movement a fair response or a misguided effort? Let us know. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, till next time, stay sweet.
Welcome to the femininity. Welcome to the place where we sip and share, where we steep in all things feminine. Whoa. Spilling the tea with grace and traditional insights, embracing femininity one video at a time. Embracing femininity one video at a time. Keep sipping on this femininity. Stay sweet, like, share, comment, and subscribe.